Hey, good morning. This is Brian with Fantasy Boom. If it's your first time here at the YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button. We're still kind of a newer channel, and the whole purpose of the channel is to bring some awareness to some DFS platforms you may or may not be familiar with that aren't called Draft Kings or FanDuel. The main focus of the site has been Predict Picks, and we covered draft a little bit here too, but there's a platform I just started playing called Boom Fantasy. It's the name of this YouTube channel in reverse. There's absolutely no relation between us and them, just a coincidence. But I do want to talk about this platform because I've just started playing it and I kind of like it. I'm not doing super well on it right now because I'm still kind of learning it. And today was the first day that I did some real research on it. Most of my picks have just been kind of gut picks. But so we'll see how I do this time. I did play last night. I played 10 lineups last night, and I did cash in one, and it was the one I covered on the YouTube channel. So I just played a dollar lineup about 10 times, just because, I'm still trying to figure out the site. So when I talk about the slate for Game 2 for the NBA Finals, I'm not necessarily giving advice other than kind of showing you guys a platform. I'm going to tell you why I pick the players that I do pick. You may agree or you may disagree. But if it looks like a platform you want to try, just click the description of this video. The very first sentence is I'm going to put the link there. You can just click on it, go straight there, and give it a shot for Game 2 of the playoffs. It's just a different way to play, and I've been kind of enjoying it. And I'll explain the format here in a little bit. So last night, the funny thing was I actually didn't do that good on my picks, but you'll see why I cashed. This was my really contrarian lineup. So question number one was who was going to score more points between George Hill and Sean Livingston. Every other lineup I put Sean Livingston in. The next one was how many points between LeBron, Durant, Curry, and Clay. And I didn't pick Clay a single time except for this particular lineup. So obviously I was wrong on both of those. Had I picked smarter and picked Livingston and LeBron like I did on the rest of my lineups, I actually would have come in 4th place on this one. So I came in 24th place, but I would have come in 4th place. So a little frustrating, but that's just how DFS rolls. Draymond Green, I was correct that he was going to score more points than Jeff Green, Tristan Thompson, and J.R. Smith. Rebounds, I was incorrect on Kevin Durant. 3-pointers made, I was correct on J.R. Smith, and that was a contrarian pick compared to my other lineups, and it paid off on that one. Assists, I was wrong on LeBron. Excuse me. Total points. So this is where I came in. This is what really helped me come in 24th place and to cash with the lineup. And again, I would have come in 4th had I picked a little smarter at the top there instead of trying to be different. But the question was to guess how many real points Kevin Durant was going to score. I predicted 26. He scored 26, and I got 30,000 points. So that was the bulk of my score. I was way off on LeBron. I picked 31, and obviously he scored about 51. So I was kind of counting on a blowout with that one. Obviously, that wasn't what happened. So I'm going to go over today's, I shouldn't say today's slate, but Game 2 of the NBA Finals slate, 8-question contest. I've already submitted a $4 entry for the $1 million contest. So this is just a $1 entry for an 8-question contest. And like I said, I'm just going to go over why I'm picking who I pick. You could agree, disagree, and we can learn the platform together. But if it looks like something you want to play, check the description of this video. Very first sentence there, just click the link and you can try Boom Fantasy. So question number one, who's going to score more points on Sunday between Larry Nance and Sean Livingston? So this one I kind of went back and forth with a little bit. Livingston had 10 points in Game 1. Nance had, can't find where I wrote it down. I think he had 9 points though. The difference between these two is Sean Livingston is scoring very efficiently. His field goal percentage, whether it was last night he was 4 for 4 or against the Cavs in a regular season, has been very high. Larry Nance's field goal percentage has been extremely low. So for that reason, statistically speaking, Livingston is just getting better shots, but I just don't trust Livingston to outscore him again. I think he did outscore him last night, but I actually went with Larry Nance on this one. He's getting more playing time than I thought he was going to. So I'm just going with Larry Nance because I think his style kind of fits playing against Golden State. This one right here, how many points, but who's going to score the most points? LeBron, Durant, Curry, or Love? So the way Fantasy Boom works, you're going to get a series of questions. You just got to answer them right to win. I kind of misunderstood this part yesterday when I had done my last video. I thought this was a max out number. So let's say LeBron, you're going to get 300 points per point that he scores. Say he is the highest total here, you're going to get a bonus of 2,500 points. Kevin Love, if he happens to be the guy, which there's a snowball's chance in hell, you'll get a bonus of 10,000 points. So that's where you're kind of contrarian, and when you take those gambles, they may really pay off for you. So there was only one real gamble I think I took with this particular one. So LeBron, I've actually got LeBron scoring more points than Durant and Curry. I was looking at percentage. LeBron's field goal percentage is just a lot higher than these guys when they play each other. And looking at his game one numbers, 19 for 32, 3 for 7 from 3, 10 for 11 from free throw. I don't expect him to go 10 for 11 shooting free throws again. I don't know if he's going to go 3 for 7 from 3, but I can see him hitting 3 3-pointers. And then the 19 for 32 is about what he's been doing in the playoffs percentage-wise and everything. So obviously they need LeBron to score points to win. So I think it's kind of a no-brainer to just go with LeBron. And I'm sorry if I cough a few times. I've been getting over a cough for a little while, and I can't control it, unfortunately. Which of these players are going to score the most points between George Hill, J.R. Smith, Draymond Green, and Jeff Green? I don't like George Hill on the road. I don't think J.R. Smith is going to have some kind of bounce-back game by any means. He's not a cerebral player. He's just not a smart player. He's either hot or cold. I don't really see him going off for 30 by any stretch. I think the game gets in his head, and I don't see it. Jeff Green, the potential's there for Jeff Green, but I was going over his numbers, and he, in the regular season, shot 4 out of 15 against Golden State. So he's been, and I remember because I picked him on Draft Kings one of those games, and he was absolutely awful. Usually on the road, he's a lot better than at home, but he's not scoring the ball well, or not shooting it, I should say, very well versus Golden State. Draymond is, through the regular season was only shooting 40% against these guys. But he's playing a lot more minutes and is a more efficient scorer. So I actually really went back and forth with this one because I think they're going to be very similar in all honesty, but I'm going with Draymond Green for my pick there. For rebounds here, my only options for me, I had no interest in Durant or Tristan Thompson. So Kevin Love and Draymond Green were the two that I was looking at. Draymond Green's rebounding numbers have been a little bit better in the matchups versus Kevin Love, but I think Kevin Love kind of steps it up in game 2. And Kevin Love has better per minute rebounding numbers. So I'm going to go with Kevin Love on this one. You guys might say Draymond because, again, his rebound numbers are better. I'm going with Kevin Love personally just based off his rebound per minute numbers. I like him a little bit better, and I don't know if Draymond plays as many minutes as he did in game 1. Obviously, that was an overtime game, but I'm going with Kevin Love. 3-pointers made. So it's Durant, LeBron, J.R. Smith, and Kevin Love. This is going to be my contrarian one for the evening. I'm going with Kevin Love on this one, actually. Here's the crazy thing. Between Durant, James, and Kevin Love, I actually expect them all to hit about three 3-pointers. I think this one's going to be really, really close. I really do. So that's why I'm going with Kevin Love, because if he is the guy, then I'll get a few more bonus points. But Kevin Love in the regular season averaged 4.5 threes a game against these guys in 8 attempts. He took 8 attempts last night, excuse me, and only hit 1 3-pointer. I think for Durant and LeBron to hit 3 is very easy. But I just got a feeling Kevin Love had a bad night shooting. So he's going to be kind of my contrarian guy, and hopefully he can get me some bonus points. Assists, I was only looking at Draymond and Curry here. I think LeBron is going to get his assist, and I incorrectly chose him last night. But he's going to be doing so much scoring and so many other things. I don't think he's going to be looking for his teammates a whole lot. So Curry and Draymond are the two that I'm going with. And what it really buckles down for me with this one, this is kind of a hard one because either of them could have 8 or 9 assists. Draymond, actually, his assist numbers are about half a game higher when he's at home, and Curry's are about half a game lower when he's at home. So that was really my tiebreaker, because every other stat I looked at, whether it was permitted and just whatever metrics I looked at, it just seems like it could go either way between these two. You never know who's going to show up to get the assist. So I'm just going off that stat. Curry, all I can tell you is I come up with, I'm going with 29 points for Curry. And that was basically going off, I think he only played the Cavs once in a regular season, once or twice. Kind of going off some percentages with that, how he did in game 1 and what I think is going to be realistic for him. So this isn't the $1 million contest where you got to get it dead on. With this one, you can get within 1 point and get 30,000. Within 4, you can get 20,000. Within 7, 10,000. I think Curry does 29. And LeBron James, the number I went with him was 43. Why'd I come up with 43? Again, just kind of looked at some of his previous stat lines in the playoffs, stat lines against these guys. I looked at his stat line last game. I don't think he goes 10 for 11 from the line again. I could see him 6 or 7 free throws this time. I don't think he goes off for 51 again, but I think he's going to be in the ballpark. So I could see 44, 45, but I'm just going with 43. So if you guys want to try, I can't confirm my entry because I didn't make any of the picks here, so I'll do it when I get off the video. But if you want to try Boom Fantasy, description of this video, click the first link and give it a shot. You're going to get anywhere from 4 to 8 questions, and it's going to ask you stuff like who's going to score the most points between these guys, who's going to have the most assists, most rebounds, most threes. And I did the research this morning. I did 30 minutes of research, much shorter than I would spend on Draft Kings, that's for sure. So, hope you enjoy the video. I'm still figuring this platform out. I'm still figuring how to deliver these videos exactly. But Boom Fantasy is a pretty cool way to play. Hope you guys give it a shot. Talk to you later. Peace.